Hello, it's Delia Yeager. This is a little ER prescription for you, as in energy restoration. There's a lot of things that are going on in a lot of people's lives. There's just a lot that's happening these days. And it can be challenging to come back to the present moment, to come and be in your body, to relax, to calm down, to come out of hypervigilance. And there's plenty of stimulation to keep everybody, to keep your body hyped up and kind of agitated. So a first step is to recognize that whatever the storyline is of what's going on for you, you may have changed jobs, you may have moved, you may have any number of things. You have certain things that have happened in your life. That's just how it is. And that's stressful enough. But then you add on to that a whole lot of conclusions and definitions and assumptions. And then you're projecting into the future, and you're looking at the past and then projecting that into the future. And it can be very, right? So coming back to right here, right now, cures 90% of it. It takes care of most of it. But how to do that, especially when you're continually, all the sensory input is like poking and prodding you into, what about this? What about this? What about this? A friend of mine just had some news about a medical condition that they didn't know they had. So there's like big news. And she was saying that a friend of hers had been asking her, well, what about this? What about that? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You know, extrapolating all this stuff. When the point is that in this particular moment in time, the news is it. The news of this new thing is what she has to really deal with in this moment, right? There are things in play, there are appointments coming in the future, there's all kinds of stuff that's going to happen. But in this moment, all she really has is this news. And people oftentimes out of a sense of wanting to be helpful, will often ask, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? And as though to help you think about something you haven't already thought of, which is it's lovely intentions, not helpful. It's not helpful when you don't know what you don't know until you know it. And in a lot of real world things, when is the house going to sell? When is the school going to accept or not accept your application? You can't really do anything about certain things. You can take the action steps that you can take. You can get other things in play. You can schedule the appointments. You can, take the action steps. And then you have to be right here, right now. And the more you are right here, right now, the more doing those things, it's just easier. And then once you've done it, that's the thing to tick off the list. A lot of people want to know the conclusion before things start. And this is a very crazy making expectation that has become really prevalent in our society. So instead of holding your breath till you have a conclusion, or thinking really, really hard to figure it out, what if I invite you to play with this experiment? And I say it that way because playing, you have more curiosity. Well, I wonder what would happen if I did this, which is a very different thing than kind of like testing. Well, what's the outcome going to be? In real science, you don't know what the outcome is going to be. That's why you do the tests. And you do the test because maybe it's going to be this, but maybe it's not. And so if you can have a sense of playfulness, it helps your heart, it helps your heart rate, it helps your circulatory system, it helps your digestion, it helps you breathe better, which helps you oxygenate your brain. And once your body is not in survival, it helps you make better choices and decisions. So there's just a whole huge cascade effect of the benefits of coming into right here, right now. There is kind of a urban myth that if you're not hypervigilant and always on edge and always trekking out into the future to find problems to be steeled up for, that you're not paying attention or you're not doing your due diligence. And the interesting thing about that philosophy, that idea, is it's very much the genius coping patterns of someone who went through trauma. It's a trauma response. And that's one thing that there's so much of right now, systemically, societally, in entertainment. A lot of our entertainment right now is, anytime I hear somebody say, "Oh, but it's so well written," it's a trauma response storyline, and it's usually dystopian. So these are things that are really plentiful. And what's not really plentiful is coming out of survival, coming off the edge, even if just for a moment. And there's a lot of support to stay right on the edge. And here we're going to have some playful time with coming off the edge and catching your breath, catching a break, and coming back into the point of most power, which is right here, right now, this moment. So to do that, I invite you to take a couple of nice deep breaths. In fact, close your eyes and take 10 or 12 nice deep breaths. And if you are particularly anxious, try this one. Try taking a breath and then take a little more. And now exhale. And when you're exhaling, it's almost like allowing it to fall out of you. And just take another breath. And then a little more. Oh. And let the air come out of you. And allow your body to move with this breathing. So often we're so conditioned to shallow breathing that there's hardly any physical movement with breathing. And I invite you to allow your body to be involved in the motions of breathing. And just that whole thing about taking a nice deep breath in through your nose, pausing, and then exhaling through pursed lips, like you're blowing it out, blowing it off, right? And have your hands somewhere on your body, usually like right in your knees is a handy spot. Have your feet flat on the floor. So you're kind of at right angles, your knee and then your hip, right? The right angles. And lean against the back of the chair. Allow the chair to hold you up as you take these nice deep breaths. You don't need to hyperventilate. I say breathing a lot, but you can breathe at your rate. No strain is required. Breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, or maybe allowing your body to sigh. You might want to wiggle a little bit to get more comfortable in your chair. Now just notice or be aware. Maybe you're aware that you're breathing deeper. Maybe you feel like you've slowed down a little bit or calmed down. And just kind of rub I say pat your body, but because it's if you look, it's just kind of rubbing your body somewhere, like your friends, like you would with a friend. You know, hey, how you doing? And my hands are usually around my knees, so I'm usually rubbing my legs. But that sounds kind of funny, so I would say pat your body. And have your eyes closed and just allow. And just be aware of whatever you're aware of. You don't have to go look for something. It's not a test. You're not going to get graded. You don't have a score. Good body. And oftentimes at this point, my body kind of likes to rock back and forth, just kind of gets moving sensation in my hips and back. Whatever your body wants to do. Maybe you're not used to listening to your body. And whether that's the case or not, in this moment, you can just, hey, body, what do you want to do right now? Granted, sometimes it says jump up and run and go do something, but just for this moment, just breathe. Allow. Allow your body to move, stretch, and communicate with you, even if you don't know what it's trying to say. Now open your eyes and just look around the room, not darting around the room looking for your keys, but just kind of notice the color of the walls. Notice how the light flows into the room. Notice any artwork or plants or anything around you. Just be aware of the fragrance of the room. Maybe none, maybe some. And notice the temperature. Are your feet hot or cold? Your knees, your hands, your face. Different regions of the body can have different sensations, temperatures going on at the same time. Just be aware of your belly. Are you thirsty? Are you hungry? Maybe there's a numbness or a tightness. Just kind of have a nice, soft, gentle awareness of your belly. And just ask, whatever the sensation is, whatever you're aware of, even if it's nothing, just ask, hey, belly, is there something you want to tell me? Just ask that it communicate with you in a way that you can understand. And be open to what that might mean. Again, with your hands on your body, just take a moment to be grateful for your body. Just really appreciate it. And just say thank you, body, not even for anything. The number of miracles that your body is engaged in every moment of every day is phenomenal. And it's such a good sport. appreciate your body for putting up with your brain and your crazy schedule and everything else. Just say thank you to your body. Your body. Now just close your eyes and relax. And be aware of the sensation of where your body meets the chair. Just kind of allow the weight of you to shift onto the chair. Allow the chair to uphold you in the world and acknowledge that. Notice the sensation of being upheld in the world. And be aware of this is the universe physically having your back as expressed through the back of the chair. The universe using the cells and the atoms that make up the chair to have your back and hold you in the world. Just allow yourself to breathe that in. Allow that sensation of the universe really having your back to move through your body in ways you may or may not be aware of. Eyes closed, continuing to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just repeat to yourself, the universe is on your side. Breathe that in. Stand in that energy. The universe is on your side. The universe is on your side. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Allow, allow, allow. Time is on your side. You know what that feels like. Time is on your side. Time is on your side. Nice deep breath. Pat your body. And now choose to be on your side. So you would say, I choose to be on my side. And feel that. Notice the sensations of when you choose to be on your side. Breathe that in. Choose to be on your side. Let this choice be a call out into the universe to start helping you align your choices and what comes to you. So you're asking the universe to align what comes to you, and you're asking yourself to align within so that your choices are in support of you. And this is not something you can figure out how to do. It's really a choice. choose to be on your side. And allow that to show up however it does. Good body. Good body. Right here, right now. This moment is the point of most power. The more you can come back to being right here, right now, the more you're oxygenating your system, the more you're getting your physical body out of physical survival. It's not lacking oxygen anymore. You're actually breathing enough for a change. Just notice that sense of well-being. The more you show up for you, the better everything gets. Changes your experience of your everyday life in ways you can't even imagine yet. Nice deep breath at your body. Good body. And when you're ready, open your eyes, looking forward to the days and weeks adventures. You get to be you all day long. How does it get any better than that? See you next time. Thank you.